All right, so this is a little behind the scenes video for Real Home Recording, and I am setting things up kind of for the first time with two lights. So you see that chip chart right there? That helps me out a lot. So this light is basically just a white balance. Well, it's 4,000 Kelvin approximately. The one over there is, to the naked eye, it's a bluish tone. I may end up changing that, but the really cool thing about all the stuff I have now, so this is like a Sony EX1 camera. Um, there's the logo, and in the back we have the model number, and then actually I didn't tell you guys this, so you see that? That is an HD. Well, it used to have a label, but the paint came off. It's a SDI connection, so that enables this camera right here to get a what do you call it? 10-bit 422 signal. Essentially, well, it's not uncompressed, but it's a much better signal than what is recorded to this camera. And there's the levels going. I love that. Where's my finger at? There's the levels. Here, I'll put the light back on. So there's the levels. Woo, that's a lot of dust. um, okay, so let me show you through this camera right here. So like I said, there's the SDI connection. I shoot at, I output at 24 PSF. And basically what that does is it allows you to send, because the SDI signal is an interlace signal, or at least the one back when this camera first came out was an interlace signal. So this converts that. I should say it sends progressive frames through interlace frames, and then the software decodes it, so it's truly progressive. Um, Bottom line is it makes the quality better. So I gotta say I'm really happy with everything that I have now. It's amazing that this technology. I'll show you this one. So you can actually put batteries in these two slots here, and you can control um, the brightness level. You can control the color temperature from 3200 Kelvin to 5600 Kelvin. So if you're shooting, somebody with window, using window lighting, it can closer match that. Or if you're shooting indoors and you want, a warmer look on people's skin, then you can, have anything between those two. And the great thing is, like, let's say you want to match the color temperature of that light bulb over there if it was on. Well, you can do that. This would have cost a fortune like 10 years ago. And this light, if you include the accessories, not including the softbox, um, this stuff was like basically $200 per light. $200 per light, and I got insurance and all that. But anyway, as you can see, this is the same light, except that one I have to a like bluish look, and on the EX1 it actually looks blue. For some reason on here it doesn't really. It kind of looks more like purple. Um, I guess I could dial that down if I show you guys. Here, I need to show you this anyway. So again, there's the chip chart. There's my hand. So the idea is that, it's gonna kind of look like that when the final thing is finished. Oh, so there's the softbox. So when I'm sitting down, that's what I'm seeing the whole time. I don't have a fancy teleprompter or anything. But no, if I wanted to simply dial in a different setting, see there's the brightness. So let's say I'm like, oh yeah, that's too bright. Then I can just dial that down. I don't have to use scrims or anything. By the way, both of these lights are 50 watts a piece. Flicker free operation. I tested this down all the way to like 1% and put it in slow motion mode. Look at that. You can't even see the light on the table now. But then as I dial up the brightness, it starts to overwhelm it. So here, let me show you. I'll dial this back down to like, I don't know, 25%. So I'm gonna adjust this so that I go through the different colors. You can actually do this on an app. and it's connected through Bluetooth. If you look at that Bluetooth symbol right there that's blinking, that's because there's no Bluetooth connection. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, so there's the light right there. Oh, I can't see it that well. Okay, so it's not focusing. It's a little bit hard to focus on that, but okay, you can see a little bit better. So it's the Neewer RGB 660 Pro 2. The 2 came out, I believe, September 2022. So very newer light model than before. Okay, so there's like a green. Here, let me go backwards. Greenish. There's really green. And then that starts turning into like a lime, and then that turns into yellow-ish. Yellow, it doesn't do that well, I'll be honest. But then it gets into like these oranges. The oranges look good. The red looks pretty darn good. You know, just the idea is that instead of using, so back in the day, you would put like these, it's not saran wrap, it's like it's a plastic. So it's like a colored plastic. They're called light gels. And you know, these things were, they would charge an arm and a leg just for a piece of plastic, like $10 for a piece of plastic, $15, something like that. Look at this. I'm just dialing in different colors. Don't have to change anything other than this. You know, I'm just twisting my finger on this knob right here, and it's changing the different colors. And again, I prefer to use the app, but because I'm recording this video right now, I can't do that. So what I did is I went through and did a bunch of presets, and you can actually in the app save the presets. And actually, I think if you, I don't know if it's, I think if you press, oh, there we go. Oh, you see how the arrows are changing from the hue to the saturation? So look at that. So zero saturation, and then 100% or 99% saturation, and then you can dial it down from there. So it's kind of like a balance between white and whatever color you're going for. You know, so if I wanted to, you know, just with the press of this button right here where it says mode, I can get this to go into that mode. Very, very cool. Right now the different lights are not matched, but let's see. So if I dial that down, you know, it looks a little bit more orange. But again, once you set the color temperature, you know, if I have this set, that's 5600. Once my white balance catches up, it shouldn't look that blue, theoretically. But you know, once you white balance manually, that goes away. The idea is just so that you're matching color temperatures to wherever you're shooting. So for example, if I was doing an outdoor shoot, which let's say I was doing an outdoor shoot, I put my subject underneath of some shade, whether that's shade that I created with a flag. They call it a flag. It's basically, it's essentially you're blocking the light from the sun hitting that person and putting them in shade. Or you record under a tree or some kind of canopy. Anyway, you got to put some artificial light on that person. Well, guess what? Now I can do that because I have a battery powered light. Now, I believe when you use battery power, you can't get 100% brightness. I think it goes down to like 80%. I may be wrong about that. In fact, they may have corrected it. What I could do is do a test of that because, again, this is the Pro 2 model, which has, as far as I know, hasn't been reviewed anywhere. At least not on YouTube. But anyway, I'm really happy with it. I dialed down the brightness all the way to like 1%. Now it's just getting the softbox light for the most part. But I dialed this down to 1%, which is what it is on, which is what it's on right now. No flicker issues, even in slow motion. That's pretty darn amazing. So you know, take it for what you want. Now I have to figure out my color stuff again. Okay, so I think I had this on saturation mode, and I need to press the knob in again and then dial this back to 99. Yep, there we go. My color's back. Thank you all for watching. exciting stuff coming at Real Home Recording. I'm really happy to have a better looking setup. I wish the background was, a large format console and a ton of outboard gear, but that's not what I have. I use plugins for the most part, and I use the remote analog hardware. I do have an 1176 clone. I do have a really nice compressor from FMR Audio, but besides that, I also have like a mixing board, but the mixing board isn't really, I wouldn't use the equalizers on that per se. Um, but I record with that little dude. Oh wait, let me can I point the light over there? Hold on. Let's do this. Let's do this the proper way. Recording will be stopped and saved. Oh, somebody's calling me. That's what's going on. So I'm dialing up the brightness. I use that to record. I'm gonna call this person back. But thank you all for watching. The Audient ID14 still a good interface. And yes, this room needs to be dusted like every 2 weeks, otherwise it gets horrible. And anyway, thank you all for watching.